Hello again, it's me, Lenny, and Rob's here, and we are going to give you a review on the AMK F-14D Super Tomcat. Right, first of all, as you can see, the box is ripped. Thanks, Rob. Taking out the car. Anyway, what you've got is an exciting bit of box art with the F-14 on the carrier, ready to, I don't know, yeehaw, rock and roll, all that rubbish, yeah? Tom Cruise, whatever. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll show you the instructions and the decals, and then Rob's going to go through the parts of the kit. Not all of them, because there's an absolute shed load that's actually in this box. So, let's have a look at the instructions. Right, okay, here we got is the instructions. As you can see, it's AMK's normal format. I've used these before and they are quite easy to follow, so you shouldn't have any issues. Anyway, first off, what you do get is your colour callouts, as in paints needed, and the two schemes that come in the box. First one, you've got VF31, the Tomcatters, and you've got VF2, the Bounty Hunters. As you can see, they're pretty old school liveries, which is really, really nice. And I think I might actually do the Bounty Hunters when I come around doing the kit. Anyway, speaking of that, you do get sort of like your up to down side profiles of the liveries that you get in the box. Really nicely done, easy to follow, not a problem at all. This is going to be one of these kits that's going to be rather good to put together. Anyway, we'll crack on. Stencil data, you got all the bits and pieces along here, and you've got your decal placements for the front cockpit and the aft with the your Rio. Again, for your pylons and your launchers, and then you've got your main part here for the actual weapons itself. This review is not going to include the weapons. That is going to come in a special. Anyway, jumping straight in. Cockpit. Putting the bang seats together, you do have some photo etch here for the actual straps themselves, or the harnesses, which you can pop on at your leisure. The actual console, or the instrument panels themselves on the sides here, are separate, so you can paint them on the sprue. Can't do that on the sprue, Lenny. You can do it however you want, okay, and then you can glue them on, or you can glue them on and paint them. It's entirely up to you. Okay. Moving on, you've got the front fuselage half here, and what Rob's going to show you is an absolute perler of some moulding. You get the front fuselage and it's slip moulded. Detail is unbelievable. As I said, you've got the front wheel carriage and all the rest of it, and it basically, the cockpit just slots straight into the front fuselage. Looks busy, but it's easy to follow. Basically, you just put the rest of the cockpit in together. Thanks, Molly. Got your engines together, you've got your intakes, and also your attachment intake ramps, as you can have it subsonic, supersonic, whichever one you want. Oh yeah, you've got the supersonic speed brakes there as well. Fitting the actual engine nozzles, or the actual fairing or cowling, whatever you want to call them. Oh, and then you've got, this is the bit that I'm liking, is the fact that you've got the actual horizontal wing positions actually in here, so you can absolutely get the right actual angle that you want. Okay, so you're not sort of like got one down or two up, two down, whatever. It's perfectly angled to what you want the actual kit to be, because along here, I'll just show you this, you've got the attachment of the wings. Now you've got three options. One, you can have it completely open. One, you can have it sort of like at a different angle, or the other one, you can have the wings in the parked position. Okay. Oh, there it says there, duh. Wings swept back, wings swept out. Now people will go, well, you can't do the old swingy thing with that, can you? It's really rubbish. Well, you can do it with the Tommy one. But the thing is, this is a static model at the end of the day. If you want to bugger about or get your kids to use it, then fine. That'll be knackered in a few hours. But with this, you've got the actually positionable to how you want it. And this is where this comes in. This is going to be the creme de la creme, I think, with this actual kit. You've got extendable flaps, slats, all the rest of it, it's all there. Again, it does look a bit complicated, but I think it'd be quite easy to follow. Anyway, moving on. Top part of the fuselage, you've got various odds and sods, sticky outy bits and probes and stuff like that. Then you've got the burner cans going on, you're fitting your wings, and then you're going on to, yeah, the seeker pod, and then onto the main landing gear as well. Again, along with the Great Wall Hobby 72nd one, you can either have your main front landing gear, the bit that goes down to attach to the actual catapult, you can have it either up or down on that, whichever you want to look at it. Again, moving on, you're just doing your finishing bits and pieces with the undercarriage doors. You've got a lovely piece of moulding as well for the actual canopy, excuse me, and then we go on to the pallets and the pylons for the actual weapons themselves. Okie dokie. Also, you've got 2 fuel tanks as well. You've got your weapons loadout on there as well, so you can put whatever you want on, and then you've got your paint, your call out parts on your sprues. As you can see, you do have quite a lot, because you do get parts. You got multiple sprues for that one, well, for multiple sprues for most of it. So anyway, those are your instructions. Your decals, I'm not going to get them out just yet, but I will take some photos of them. But at the moment, I've never had any issue with AMK's decals, so I can't really see it being a problem with this. Okay, so these are your instructions. I'll put some photographs on for the end of the video, and now I'm going to hand you over to Rob to review the actual main kit.
Right, thank you for that, Lenny. So onto the sprues. On the first sprue I'm going to show you is the cockpit details and the seat. So get you up nice and close. So this is sprue T, and obviously, as you can see from the details on there, it's very nicely moulded. There's no flash, nothing on there that's going to hinder you. And actually the sprue gates between the parts are very small, so very little in the way of cleanup on there. They'll paint up very nicely. So next on, you've got sprue R, which is the bang seats. And again, if I just move round, those details are really nice. And to look at it, there's a lot of detail on there, so they're going to mould up really nice. So yeah, that's them two. And then we'll move on to the front cockpit slide moulded piece, which is really nice. What I did notice actually looking earlier is the actual mould seam on the bottom of here. You can see from the panel lines they're not quite lined up, and that's the only gripe I've got about this part. But there again, quick swipe with the rescribing tool and you should be fine on that. Again, slip moulded front nose. The only thing about this sprue, I think it's a bit of a design fault, let me just put my hand behind it so you can see it, is this part, it breaks the ladder. I don't know if it's on any of the others, but we've seen it on this one, so that's the only thing about that. And again, this is going to build up to be, I think, a particularly really nice model. I am building the MiG-31 and it's got this same design, so I think it'll be spot on. So, on to the next one. These are duplicate pair, obviously, because you've got 2 intakes. So I'll just show you one of them. And it's just one piece like the Su-27s, Su-35s that Great Wall Hobby do. Nothing really much to show on there, apart from the mould seam again. But quick swipe with the sanding stick and you should be fine on that. Okay, on to the next one, or the next 2. And you've got the fuselage sections, main fuselage sections. So I'll show you one at a time. So, top piece, and I must admit, I do like the profile of an F-14. It really looks quite mean with that sort of gull wing effect. But you've got some raised detail there, and the sun's catching on it. And I must admit, there's no cleanup on that whatsoever, with the exception of the back. We've only got 5 sprue gates on there that's just holding that rear part on. literally it's plug and play, near enough. So that's the top piece. And the bottom piece again, 5 sprue pieces at the back. And then look at that wheel well detail. Really, really nice and crisp. Really liking that. And again, panel lines are really good. No flash whatsoever. And I think you've got these quite large mounting points to put everything in. So yeah, looking really, really good on that. And I must admit, on the engines as well, I know the two halves that go together, but if you can see, catch it in the light, where you've got the actual compressor blades and everything that go inside, you know there's no injection pin marks in there, with the exception of them two, but I don't think you're going to see them two. So that is really, really nice, and that again is a duplicate pair for the two engines. Moving on, let's move on to the canopy. Unfortunately, there is, and if you just see it there, there's a line, a mould seam line as it goes down on both sides. It's just the shape and the way that it's moulded. It's something that you just can't get around. And obviously you've got, that's the one piece, and obviously you've got the two pieces there. And funny enough, they don't have a mould seam line going down it whatsoever. So if you're having the canopy open and you're using, this is where I start fighting with sprues, typical. But if you've got this section here and you're putting them on and you're doing it that way, you won't have any cleanup whatsoever. So you've got the option of either or really on that. Right, okay, so we'll move on to the next sprue. And as you've seen from all the sprues so far on this sprue, it's not a rubbish kit. I once heard of saying that, you know, you build a rubbish kit and you remember that said rubbish kit. But in this instance, you know, it's not a rubbish kit. Do you forget about it? Do you not? Who knows? But we'll move on. Anyway, this sprue is showing the burner cans and everything, which I think is really, really nice. So these build up to, you've seen on the instructions, these are the inserts that go into there. And obviously you've got the open and the closed burner can. And then the tails are two pieces. Getting in camera. Looking really, really nice there. Again, you've got raised detail. There's a bit of flatness there, but that'll buff up really, really easy. So apart from that, really, really nice. One thing I forgot to show you is the landing gear. And the landing gear is really nice. As you can see, there's a seam line going down the middle, but you can't fault it for that. It's got the actual moulded in brake cables. Looking really, really nice. So that is, so far, I forgot. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. Nearly cocked up. So this is the wing fold section. So you've got three options, like Lenny showed you in the instructions. So obviously you've got the parked segment there. You've got the, I think that's the combat wing sweep. And then I've not got eyesight of the bike because you can see it there, and that is the opened landing, taking off, whatever you want to do section there. And obviously you've got the boots that will go around whatever segment that you're putting it around. So yeah, I really like that, to be honest with you. Obviously you've got a different option that you want to do. So, you know, if you fuck, don't swear. I like this particular way of doing things because, well, if you knacker one up, you've always got a spare. So you've always got another one to go to. Yes, it's, you know, people say, oh, well, the Tamiya one is better. Oh, I should put the Tamiya one on. Yeah, but I still like this one. So it's, let's put it this way, it's half the price, so can't really complain. Anyway, that's the sprues, so thank you for listening.